Did you know that almost all criminal courts across this country are boasting conviction rates in the high 90 percentile? Really? Basically, what this means is that virtually every time a cop arrests somebody, he's right. Really? I mean, rocket scientists are right maybe 50% of the time. But you want to tell me cops are right 97% of the time? So how do they do it? Well, they've perfected the art of the plea deal. From the minute you're arrested, every single person you come across, even down to the janitor, is trying to convince you to sign the plea deal. Let me tell you what happens if you plead guilty to anything. Besides the fact that you now have a criminal record, you're in their system forever. If they want you to rat out a friend, if they want you to set up a friend, if they want you to risk your life, you will, because you are in their system. You're their bitch the rest of your life. Now, let me go over some things that they're going to tell you during your arrest. They're going to tell you that don't worry about this. Just sign the plea deal. You know, keep your nose clean. It can be removed from your record. It's called expunged. Bullshit. Very, 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 very few are ever removed, expunged. It takes a very expensive lawyer to get it done. And let me tell you, if it ever is done and you get into any trouble in the future, it's going to mysteriously reappear on your record. Now, the next thing they're going to tell you is if you're innocent, you'll cooperate. Bullshit. If you're arrested or you're in their sights, they already think you're guilty, and nothing you say is going to change their mind. Every single word out of your mouth is going to be twisted to prove your guilt. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Did you hear me? Good. If you have to say anything at all, the only words out of your mouth should be, I want a lawyer. Okay? Now, the next thing they're going to tell you is that you need to do whatever your court-appointed attorney tells you to do. Bullshit. That lawyer works for you. That you call the shots. He may be free, but he still has to answer to you. You tell him what to do. They can't quit you. To quit you, to leave you, they have to go before a judge and ask the judge to remove them from the case. First of all, no judge is going to remove a lawyer from a case because you're making him do his job. And secondly, no judge is going to remove a free lawyer from a case because they're really, really hard to come by. That court-appointed attorney works for you. Ask questions, lots and lots and lots of questions. The first thing you want to know is what statute or statutes you're being charged with. Read them, learn them, understand them. These statutes are your life right now. You need to know anything and everything about them you possibly can. And don't trust your court-appointed attorney to tell you the truth. Look it up yourself. That's what Google's for, okay? Don't trust anything anybody tells you in that courthouse. They're going to make up evidence. They're going to show you evidence and try to get you to think that it's real so that you want to sign the plea deal. Don't trust anybody except yourself. The next thing you want to know is how much evidence they do have against you. I mean real evidence, not the crap they put in front of you in an interrogation to tell you that, they had you by the balls. You want to see the real, hard, physical evidence that they have against you. That's where your court-appointed attorney comes in. Make him get it for you. And never, 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 never sign anything they put in front of you unless you have read it, understood it, and agree with every single word in it. Because they're going to try to pull a sneak play on you because they want you to sign away your right to a speedy trial. Both sides do. They want unlimited time to fuck with you. Now, The Constitution says that you have the right to a speedy trial. In most states, that's 45 to 60 days. But they want unlimited time to do whatever they want to you. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to fuck with you during that 45 to 60 days, but it's a set time limit. They can only mess with you for 45 to 60 days. If you sign away your right to a speedy trial, they're going to mess with you for years. They're going to drag this out forever. So you might as well go ahead and sign the plea deal. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to fuck with you during the, 45 to 60 days. Oh, they're going to fuck with you hard. They're going to probably put you in jail. They will probably go to your friends, your family, even your boss, say a bunch of crap about you. But there is a set time limit. They can only fuck with you between 45 and 60 days, depending on what state you're in. If you sign away your right to a speedy trial, they're going to fuck with you forever. Okay? If you remember one thing I've said, remember, the harder you make them work, the less desirable a suspect you become. The harder you make them work, the less desirable a suspect you become. Once you've seen all the real evidence against you, then you can decide whether or not you want to take their plea deal or go to trial. Your guilt or innocence is irrelevant at this point. Now let me tell you, it's you idiots who give them all the evidence they ever need against you because you just can't shut the fuck up. You go in there and you think you're smarter than them, you're going to be able to talk your way out of it, or you think there's a simple explanation for what happened, or you weren't even fucking there. They don't care. If you're there, they already think you're guilty, and they do not care what you say except to twist it to make you sound guilty. Okay? The harder you make them work, the less desirable a suspect you become. Now, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, there is not one single person in that entire justice system who is there to save you, protect you, or prove your innocence. Not one. Their only goal is to put your ass in jail or get you to sign a plea deal. Why? Their jobs, their raises, their future advancement depends on it. This is their livelihood. Putting your ass in jail is their livelihood. Now, don't you dare blame the police, the judges, or even the freaking lawyers for anything that happens to you. Because if you don't care enough about yourself to defend yourself, why should anybody else care? Now, I know that the idea of a jury trial is scary. I get it. In fact, they're going to make it sound like a jury trial is a one-way ticket to the death house. But it isn't. That jury is much more likely to understand how you got here than you think. It's people just like you and me. Average people. Lawyers, doctors, rich people, judges, cops. They don't do jury duty. Only poor slobs like you and me. So, talk to them. They'll listen. Let me ask you, who would you rather put your future in the hands of? The cops? The lawyers? The judges? Or people just like you and me? Talk to them. They will listen. Now, at some point, somebody's going to tell you that the entire system is bogged down with cases against criminals just like you. Bullshit. The system is bogged down with rich people suing rich people. Poor people don't go to court. We plead out. Only rich people go to court. Could that be why they're always getting off? Just FYI. See you on the flip side.